Siebel back with mentaltoughnesssblog.com. I'm really excited to announce for the first time in over 20 years that I'm going to be launching a group coaching program for entrepreneurs and success coaches, a mental toughness university coaching program. Now, if you've never been coached in mental toughness, it's very, very different than being coached in like life coaching or sports coaching or anything else. Mental toughness is a very, very specialized branch of coaching. And as some of you know, that I've been doing this work for over 30 years with, professional athletes, Olympic athletes, sports teams like the Boston Celtics and the Miami Marlins, who used to be the Florida Marlins, and the Ohio State Buckeyes, as well as athletes like Andre Agassi, Mary Pierce, Jim Courier, and of course companies like Johnson & Johnson, where we did 7 years of coaching. We raised sales by over $1 billion collectively with these companies over the years. GlaxoSmithKline, Merck Pharmaceutical, Caterpillar Corporation. We trained every salesperson in Caterpillar Corporation in America. It goes on and on. I've been doing this work for a long time, but what I haven't done is offered it to my fan base, the people that buy my books and that attend my seminars, because I just frankly haven't had time. Well, now that the world is shut down, I have time. And I'm really excited because the people that buy my books, I've written 11 books over the last 20 years, and the people that buy my books typically are entrepreneurs and people who coach entrepreneurs, or what I call success coaches. And so this coaching program will be focused exclusively for people building businesses, entrepreneurs, and people that coach entrepreneurs, or any kind of success coach, frankly. And all the coaching will be geared toward those two groups. So we're going to be using the Mental Toughness University platform that we've trained literally the biggest companies in the world with for 23 years. Now, these companies have paid millions of dollars for this coaching, collectively tens of millions of dollars. But I know that most of us can't afford that, especially with these crazy times with 40 million people out of work, and more coming probably. But so I'm making this incredibly affordable, and I'll be announcing prices and that stuff later. We're going to start around July 1st, but I want to let the blog subscribers know this first, because if you've never had world-class coaching before, I'm not talking about getting coached by a life coach or someone that got a coach that just calls themselves a coach, or is trained online or something like that to be a life coach, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Most people have never really been coached at the world-class level. Now if you've been if you've been a U.S. Navy SEAL, or you've been on a professional sports team, or you're a former professional athlete or current professional athlete, you probably have. And I was. Or if you've coached, some large organization, well, then you probably know. But if you haven't had that experience, this is very different. In a lot of ways. And I won't go into all the ways, but suffice it to say that the reason world-class coaches become world-class coaches is because of their results. And if you have a good business that you're building, or you're coaching someone that's building a business, I can teach you, I can coach you on how to make it work. Now, I can't substitute for a lousy business. If you're in a lousy business, or you have a business that won't sell, that's different. But that's not what this is about. But if you have a good business model, all you need is the mental toughness to make it happen. I've been building businesses in 10 countries for 30 years. I've employed over 500 people in my career, and had some very, very good successes, built multi-million-dollar companies, had some failures as well. And the one thing that you need as an entrepreneur more than anything else, besides a good business, of course, is mental toughness. Why? Because when you're an entrepreneur, everyone wants a piece of you. In the beginning, when you're new, when you don't have the track record of success. Now, once you have the track record for success, they all just go quiet. It's like they just go into hiding. But when you're building, when you're starting out and people are laughing at you and they're telling you you're crazy for quitting your job, or for wanting to quit your job, or a career that maybe you're a lawyer, you went to law school and you spent 10 years being a lawyer, and now all of a sudden you want to start another business. People say, all that education, all that money, whatever it is, when you hang out your entrepreneurial shingle, I don't care what business it is, they come for you. Everyone and their brother comes out of the woodworks to criticize you, to laugh at you, to say you're crazy, to try to beat you down. Because when you go out and stake your own claim, it makes people look in the mirror. It makes people look in the mirror. You don't make them feel good because you have the guts to stake your own claim and they don't, and they know it. And the only way they're going to feel better is if you fail. So they come after you. And you've got to be mentally tough enough to withstand the rejection. Most people aren't. It's not that they couldn't be mentally tough enough. It's just that they don't know how to organize their thoughts and their emotions to drive themselves forward. So they become the victims of all these outside forces like family and friends that probably mean well in some cases not, that come after them. And so they eventually crawl back to their old job or their old business or their old profession, and they give up the entrepreneurial dream. Well, here's the other side of it. If you're mentally tough enough to make it as an entrepreneur, you can live a life that most people only see in movies. I mean, you can stake your own claim. You can make a fortune, especially in America. You know, in any first world free market economy, you can make a fortune wherever you are. It's the chance of a lifetime, but you have to be mentally tough. This is the one thing that can make or break you. Again, you have to be in a good business. Okay, I can't fix that for you. But once you feel like you've got the opportunity to build whatever business you're building, or if you're coaching someone who's building something, then it's mental toughness. That's the only thing that will keep you in the game long enough to get good enough to become successful enough to write your own ticket. So in July, or in early July, we're going to launch this Mental Toughness University program for entrepreneurs and success coaches. And I wanted you guys to be first to know about it if you're watching this video. So you'll have a chance because we're gonna open it up, the coaching program, for a very short period of time, probably 4 or 5 days, and then I'm going to close it off, maybe for the rest of the year, because I only want to take a small group of people. So because we're going to have coaching calls every week, we're going to have on Zoom. We're going to be video answering questions over video and broadcast, and you're going to go through the university program. We're going to have all kinds of other things. This will be the best coaching program you have ever seen, because this is what I've done for 30 years we've helped companies raise sales with this coaching program of over $1 billion collectively. $1 billion. It works. Mental toughness is the deal. Now, here's the downside of mental toughness. You have to be willing to look at yourself, your business, your life, your belief system, your philosophies, your habits, your actions, your behaviors, everything in your life. You're going to have to look at through the lens of objective reality, the way it really is, as opposed to the way you wish it was or were. That's not always the easiest thing to do. If you ever read my book, The 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World Class, you know that the first chapter in that book is objective reality, because it's the beginning. It's the most important part. It's the foundation of mental toughness training. You have to see things the way they are, your strengths and your weaknesses. But once you look at things the way they are, it's just like when you train an athlete. You've got to get back to fundamentals. You always get back to the fundamentals. All these peripheral things, these nuances don't matter without the fundamentals. Mental toughness hits, and it hits very hard. It's not for the faint of heart, but it is for you if you want to succeed. You start seeing the world as it really is, yourself as you really are, and it changes everything. So if you're tough enough to be part of that coaching program, I want you to join the program. Well, I'll have details. I don't have all the details worked out right now. Our team's working on it, and we'll probably launch it July 1st. But anyway, I just want to give you a heads up, because we're only going to take a small group of people, probably for the rest of this year, because I want to be able to answer questions and engage with you guys as a group, as opposed to just giving you a bunch of videos and stuff like that. So I want to do this right so you get the results that you're after. That's how we succeeded. People say all the time, how did you coach mental toughness and make tens of millions of dollars over your career? It's coaching these giant sales teams. I'll tell you exactly what happened. It worked. They raised sales by hundreds of millions of dollars. Like I said, over $1 billion collectively. This works the way we do it. It's not about learning something. It's about succeeding. It's about you getting what you want. And mental toughness, believe me, is the way to get. So if you're ready to get tough, if you're ready to put everything you have on the line as a coach, a success coach, or an entrepreneur, let me know about it in the comments, and I'll give you more details as this program develops. So we should come out the first week in July or so, and I'll let you guys know. So I'm just excited about it. I wanted you to know about it. So thanks for watching the blog. I'll look forward to your comments, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.